everyone, it's Haley from HEK Artwork, and in today's video, I will be unboxing March's Paletteful Packs subscription box. Paletteful Packs has a smaller box and a larger box that you can choose from, and I ultimately chose the larger box just because I thought the items would be more cohesive and I could make a stronger piece in the end, but I guess we'll put that to the test. The smaller box retails for $24.95 and the larger box retails for $35.95, which is like an $11 difference, and that's a lot for me, but hopefully it'll be worth it. Also, I hope everything arrived okay because my box came a little banged up. It's a little dented and it's got a big gash at the top. I'm so excited. Oh, don't ever trust me with the scissors. Oh my God. I cut my hand on Easter when I was 7 with a butter knife, so I should probably be careful. Oh, okay. The first thing I see is these little frilly thingies. Oh, we got a cute little sticker. That's cute. Oh, I got a smudge on my nail. It's not cute. Here's the sticker. It says Posca. I don't know what that stands for. Maybe we'll go with the theme. So the first thing I pulled out here is a Sapphire Robert Simmons paintbrush in the number 3. Oh, it's a watercolor brush? Oh, that's exciting. It says it's a watercolor brush. It feels not as soft as some of my watercolor brushes that I have already. I guess we'll see how that performs. All right, the next thing is a Uni Posca Pastel. I don't know if you can see, but there's these little arrows telling me to like twist the paper, but I don't want to break it. Oh, this is the nib. Yes, this is the nib, and you peel these off to sharpen it. Okay, cool. Awesome. Okay, next we have a Uni Posca green marker. It sounds like a paint pen. I think it's a paint pen. It doesn't say it's a paint pen, but I think it's a paint pen. Yeah, it says you shake and then you do the press down on the paper. That's gotta be a paint pen. So it looks like we got a couple of colors of these little paint pens. I also got a teal. It says aqua green, my bad, but it looks like a teal to me. I wonder if it says what size it is. This says 6 and this says P6. I do not know the difference. So here are the two bigger paint pens, I'm gonna call them. And then we got two smaller ones, which are also Uni Posca. We got them in pink and yellow, and these are smaller. This one says 13 and this one says 2. I don't know why, because they're the same size. Maybe I'll have to do a little bit of research and I'll get back to you. But yeah, this is awesome. Oh, here is the card. Here's the card that I probably should have taken out before I took out the items. But it was underneath, okay? It was underneath. All right, so we got this really fun looking tub of something. It says Copic Opaque White. What is this? It just says Copic Opaque White. Oh, and we got another pastel. This says 4.8 and this says 5. I'm gonna go on their website and see what this means and I'll get back to you, but for right now I really don't know what any of those numbers mean. And the final thing that we have in this box is textured black boards. There's 3 of them in here in case I mess up. They feel pretty hefty and pretty thick too. See, I'm really bad at this whole unboxing thing, but I will get better because I did the 3-month prepay, so I will be doing this for at least 2 more months. If it goes well, maybe I'll continue. You'll have to leave a like on the video so that I know that y'all are enjoying this. So here's the card that I probably should have read before opening everything because it literally states on the card what each item is. So I was right. These are paint markers. These paint markers are non-toxic and butter-based. These markers are non-toxic and water-based. So that's good to know. It's opaque, covers well, and is blendable. Oh, it's blendable. That's cool. I would have not thought it would be blendable. It says it's blendable, but then right after it says it dries quickly. So, I don't know about that. So you can overlap them, no problem, it says. And you can pretty much use these on anything. It says paper, board, wood, fabric, glass. You use this on glass? That's pretty cool. Glass, ceramic, plastic, metal, minerals, and canvas. So it says for each of these that they cost $15.96, but 2 of these are smaller than the other. So that's weird. Wouldn't they be a different price? No? I'm gonna look on their website and double check, but according to Paletteful Packs, they each cost $15.96. I did some digging on the Posca website and I could not find the prices, which was really weird. I don't really know why. The website was kind of confusing, but I did find their chart with all their colors and their tip sizes. So I was actually reading the wrong number. The numbers that I was reading are the actual color code, and that is why each one was different. And I probably should have put 2 and 2 together, but I didn't. These smaller tips are a 3M, which the website referred to as a fine tip. And the chunkier ones are a 5M, which is what the website referred to as a medium tip. So that's good to know. I guess Posca was originally like only a marker brand and they just started branching out into different mediums. So it looks like this may be one of their newer products, which is cool. Each of these retail for $4.78. Next thing is the Opaque White Pigment. So this is permanent ink and you can use it on acrylic, watercolor, and colored pencil, which is awesome. This retails for $14. So next up, we got the Robert Simmons Sapphire brush. Even though the brush says watercolor brush on the little tag, it says on the card it can be used for any medium. I guess these Robert Simmons brushes are handmade, which is really cool, actually. I mean, I don't really do my research on my other brushes. Maybe it's like pretty common, but it sounds cool, so that's awesome. And this retails for $12.95. Here is the Crescent Ultra Black Textured Board. It's a 3-pack and it's 8x10, and this retails for $10.46. So the grand total for this box is, I can't roll my tongue. Who am I kidding? The grand total for this box is $106.03. After reading this card, I noticed that there's a prompt. Maybe that could be a little fun to do my finished piece on. Oh, there are 4 prompts. Okay, I guess that's good. So prompt number 1 is song. I guess you can interpret that different ways. Prompt number 2 is cactus/succulent. Prompt number 3 is pixel art. I've never done pixel art. That sounds really hard, but it could be really fun. And prompt number 4 is flower. What I typically do for inspiration is go through my camera roll, and I usually just land across a photo that I took a long time ago that I'm like, wow, this was such a pretty photo, or it brings good memories, and I recreate that in either like a specific style or realism, or I like to do illustrative realism. So let's go ahead and make some art. Hey guys, I'm back and it is many hours later. I'm finally finished with my piece and here's how it turned out. It is definitely more abstract than my typical style, but that's kind of the reason I decided to buy this subscription. I kind of just wanted to push myself and try new mediums and try new styles just to test things out and maybe branch out a little more. So this piece is actually a combination of the prompts that were given to me in the actual Paletteful Packs card. I really like the idea of being given prompts, especially if you have artist block, which sometimes I do. So I combined the prompt number 1, which is song. I had a song in mind that inspired the look of this self-portrait. Yes, this is a self-portrait. And the song I had in mind was Heat Waves by Glass Animals. It's definitely a jam. If you haven't heard it, you should totally listen to it. And I also combined that sort of with prompt number 3, which is pixel art. I know it's not actually pixels and it's not perfect squares and cubes and that type thing, but I was just lightly inspired by that prompt. Let's just put it that way. And I'm really glad I went for it because I've never done anything like that before, and I would not have made anything like this without that prompt. So I'm really glad I had that prompt. It was really cool. So here are some of my final thoughts on each product. I have pretty mixed feelings about these Posca markers. The thick ones, amazing. They were great. They were opaque. They layered pretty easily. They're not blendable. I know the card said that these Posca markers could blend. They cannot. Just keep that in mind. The thinner ones, especially the yellow one, was not the same quality, I would say. The thinner ones were streaky and super hard to build up, especially because they dry so quickly. It was almost like you could only do one pass. Otherwise, if you tried to go over it, it would just turn into a mess. Maybe you can tell in my time lapse, the yellow was giving me a really hard time. I ended up having to aggressively shake the paint out, and then I just used my finger to spread it apart because it was not doing it for me, and it was a little bit frustrating, but I was very glad that the thicker Posca markers did not have that problem. These Posca Pastel pencils, on the other hand, I actually really liked. They're definitely not opaque. You definitely have to build it up, and they're a little bit, not chunky, but I guess uneven. So if you like that kind of look, they're awesome. But if you want more of a smooth, perfect look, I don't know if these are for you. I thought it gave my piece a really cool texture. Let me see if I can show you on this. I kept some of it there. That was me trying to build it up until it got smooth, and it just did not get smooth, and I ended up liking it better that way anyways. But with that being said, they do blend. You can layer and layer and layer, and they blend and they look good as long as you're okay with that textured feel. So the board itself, it was really sturdy. The back side is more textured than the front side, so I guess depending on what you're going for, you could use either side. I went ahead and did the front just because I wanted to test the product out as it's supposed to be used, and I thought it did pretty well. I kind of wish I left a little bit of the board peeking through just because it's a little bit in your face with color, but I mean, it's also fun with the in your face color type thing going on, so I'm not too mad at it. But this Sapphire Robert Simmons paintbrush is pretty nice. I mean, I don't really know how to judge a paintbrush. It definitely wasn't bad. Everything was going on smoothly, and I picked up a little bit less ink if I wanted it to look more rugged, like here compared to a smooth one, like that little line up there. It was versatile, it did what I wanted, and yeah, I liked it. And finally, for the Copic Opaque White ink, I am obsessed. I love it. It is so white. It is probably the whitest product I've ever worked with, personally. It is seriously magic in a jar. I don't even know what else to say. I'm a little bit speechless. I'm so excited to use this on my colored pencil paintings / drawings, whatever you want to call them. And I just think this is gonna be great because I've tried those white jelly roll gel pens, and I don't know, they don't go on smoothly. Maybe I'm using them wrong, but I'm very excited for this. This is gonna be a lifesaver. So obviously I tried to challenge myself to use all of these products, which I did, and I wanted to use them all like exclusively, but in the beginning I did use my pencil and eraser just to map out where my shapes were gonna go, and I ended up first using a micron pen just to add some definition because it was really lacking definition without the black, and my micron pen completely just died on me, and it's brand new, so definitely don't use your micron pen over these products because it didn't end well. But to save the day, I got my Tombow Brush Pen. I probably should have just used this originally than trying to use my micron pen, but yes, love this bad boy. There's all of my products, so I only used like 3 extra products than what I was given, and I really like the outcome. It's definitely different, and I'm excited to have it in my collection. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below what type of video you'd like to see next. I do have a couple ideas in mind. Some of them are a little wacky, but let me know in the comments what you think I should do next. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.